Black women are crashing out on the internet again. Now they're crashing out because they're like crashing out, crying on the internet, because now they're saying that the United States government is not set up to support single moms. So they are saying, Black women are saying, and maybe some other women, and not all Black women are saying that, crying, saying that the United States government is not set up to help single moms. It's not set up that way. So let's roll it back to like the 60s. Remember when the United States government was actually rewarding certain demographics of people to keep men out of their house? Remember? You know what I'm talking about. Y'all were getting food stamps, Medicaid, housing vouchers, and the only stipulation for eligibility was you couldn't be married and there couldn't be a Black man or a man living in your house. You had to be single. And you guys were down for it. And I know this for a fact because my mom had a friend who was on welfare. The more children you had, the bigger your welfare check. You guys were good with that. You were just pumping out babies and on the government's tit. But now, because Trump is putting a kibosh on the eligibility requirements, you guys are crying, saying that the United States is not built to support single moms. When was being a single mom a thing? And now that the government's not coming to rescue you, now it's a problem. You shouldn't be a single mom anyway. Now, there are a lot of women, hear me before you go in the comments, that are single moms for several different reasons. My mother was a single mom. People get divorced. Shit happens all the time. People need assistance, government assistance, every once in a while. Maybe, maybe not. But the goal is, can you help me? And then you work to not have to be reliant. Black women, specifically the ones crying, not all, you guys just thought that the free train was just going to keep on riding down the track. All at the same time calling Black men specifically toxic masculinity. All you guys, the women, aggressive, acting like men. The men are, at fundraisers in red dresses. You guys are like supporting them. Black men don't want to have nothing to do with Black women anymore. You guys are mad about that. But now, because your EBT has been cut off or cut in half, and you have to have a work eligibility to even qualify, you have to have a work eligibility to get Medicaid unless you're a senior or disabled, now it's a problem. But it wasn't a problem a couple weeks ago when y'all were getting free bundles at the hair beauty.
You ever notice how accountability disappears the moment comfort becomes policy? Today, we're talking about the single mother crisis, government dependency, and the illusion of empowerment that's slowly eating away at self-respect and responsibility in our communities. Before we dive in, drop a comment. Are modern men more delusional, or is it the ladies? Hit like and subscribe. Let's get to 1 million this month so you don't miss what we expose next. Let's be honest, this conversation isn't about race. It's about patterns of behavior that society keeps rewarding. Every time the government steps in to help, it ends up replacing the very thing that held families together: accountability. Now, sure, people need help. Nobody's denying that. But when help becomes a lifestyle, when the system incentivizes you to stay down instead of rise up, that's no longer help. That's control. We live in a country where some people have made comfort a career. Instead of working their way up, they pass down Section 8 like it's a family heirloom. They raise their daughters to believe independence means not needing a man, when in reality, they just traded a father for a government check. Think about it. The government doesn't love you. It doesn't protect you. It doesn't guide your kids. It just pays you to stay exactly where you are. And then it convinces you that it's empowerment. Meanwhile, the very values that once made people strong, discipline, humility, work ethic, have become optional because there's always a backup plan. The system will take care of me. But real talk, that safety net is starting to rip. The writing's already on the wall. Inflation's up, benefits are shrinking, and the economy is tightening. What happens when the checks stop coming? What happens when the baby daddy government goes broke? That's when the truth hits. When comfort fades, character gets exposed. You'll see who's built for survival and who's been surviving off others. It's wild because just a few decades ago, women took pride in building families, not fighting them. Men took pride in providing, not complaining. But somewhere along the line, Comfort replaced character. And now we're watching generations crash out, not because they can't make it, but because they were taught they don't have to try. And that's the real tragedy here. Not poverty, not policy, but mindset. Because if your mindset is stuck in dependency, no system can save you. What do you think? Is the government helping or handicapping the next generation? Drop your thoughts in the comments.